Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm making a video to you from the heat. Woohoo, I just taught about lava yesterday and I love the Florida sun. I love the hot weather, I love the heat. People say, that's crazy or you're crazy like that. Nah, kind of like when lizards sit under the lamp, they're like, ooh, that feels good. So today we're going to be talking all about grounding crystals and what they're doing to your enemies. I do encounter that most people cannot stand grounding crystals, especially red jasper. First crystal we're going to start off with, and I'm going to be moving around in this video. You might see me walk in different directions, but I'll be moving around. I'm very excited to teach this video topic. When you wear grounding crystals for you, what does that do? It grounds you, but what about your enemies? What about people who have looked at you with mean eyes, or people who want to step on your feet, who want to try you, who want to basically step on you? So, and yeah, I'm gonna be wiping sweat in this video because I'm sweaty. I'm not sweaty, but I'm sweaty at the same time. I mean, I'm cool, but I'm not hot, if that makes sense. I like the weather, so it's comfortable. Let's just say it's comfortable. But when it comes to grounding crystals, the easiest way to just demonstrate this for you guys is look at people's face when they see red jasper. People look like they're about to puke. They look like... I mean, bring your red jasper out in public, and people, when they see you, they just look at the red jasper and they look like their stomach just turned. It's because the red jasper is basically punishing their demons. And I'm going to teach more about why in this video, but basically red jasper, let's start talking about red jasper. This crystal has fire energies, but it has brick energies as well. It's like a brick wall. It's like nothing can pass it, and its energies are so grounding that, and a lot of energies of jaspers are extremely grounding. So find a crystal you don't like and look at its properties. It's most likely a grounding crystal, because some people need to really calm down because their work ethic is like, yeah, or some people need to calm down because that's them. They like have a lot of energy and they don't know where to put it. But the grounding crystals help you calm down. I'm gonna use myself as an example in this video because I'm wearing all the grounding crystals. But black tourmaline is the ultimate grounding crystal. People can't stand that either. So black tourmaline is more of a crystal that helps you stand your ground. Woo! Oh, cool. So black tourmaline basically establishes like a wall in the spiritual realm. That's a very strong wall, and it's basically like a barbed wall. It's like a sharp wall. So when people try to mess with you when you're wearing tourmaline, it's like they prick themselves on the wall and they like, ouch, what's this? So they'll try it a couple times because same thing with, if you ever prick your finger on the black tourmaline when it's a broken off piece of tourmaline, like, what the? That's why I'm not a huge fan of wearing raw crystals, is sometimes they can be very pointy. So for people who really like raw crystals, you can't wear them like that unless you wax them on the outside. But in essence, talking to you about, yes, I'm looking around, you never know if I'm like, I'm going to tell you one quick story. I was on the spot one time and I nearly jumped out of my skin. It was a very long time ago. There's a manatee, an entire manatee, and I didn't know manatees come over here. And I jumped, I'm like, oh, it's Jaws. Or it's like the newly released sea creature that has been dropped in the world. You never know. But back to grounding crystals. Red jasper, black tourmaline, ultimate stones, ultimate combination, ultimate bulldozer of negative energy. What it does to your energies is it uplifts them, it grounds them. People are like, I don't want to be grounded because I want to get spiritual downloads. You can't remember a single spiritual download if you're not grounded. It's called a download for a reason. Oh, there we go, putting some words together. Words are awesome because they hold so much power. Download. All these spiritual people are like very ungrounded and they're trying to get downloads, but they can't bring the loads down. It's loads of information coming down. So if you can't download it, you can't put it into the earthly realms, and it has no useful information. You can have the most beautiful spiritual download, but that's what happened to people. Like, people are just like, I've had the most intense, beautiful, awesome, amazing, wonderful dreams, and I can't remember any of them. It's because they were so otherworldly that you couldn't bring them down into this reality. So it's one reason why Herkimer Diamond's not a good crystal to use in either, because you can't ground any of the information that it's trying to download. And you might see me walking over in different spots because people do pull up and it's a busy spot, but when it comes to grounding crystals, ooh, grounding crystals for your enemies, sometimes, you ever hear the term, sit down, sit down, like people yell at their kids, sit down. Sometimes these people need to sit down. So the crystals will basically knock a person back, and they'll lose their words, they'll lose their thoughts. When I say lose their thoughts, it's like they hit their heads on the red jasper, and they just kind of like look around and like, they're dazed because they got grounded, they got sat down. What happens in like these videos where someone walks into a McDonald's and they're like, oh, I'm gonna destroy everything, and then someone defends himself against the person, they go on the ground, and they're just like, they go on the ground because they got grounded. The same thing happens when you wear grounding crystals such as black tourmaline, such as red jasper. Let's talk about another grounding crystal, is Smoky quartz. So this crystal is like a you know what I found with the Smoky quartz, which is super interesting? This crystal tries to put people to sleep. And yeah, I'm wiping my face because I'm sweating. But this crystal tries to put people to sleep, and it scares people. People get so slowed down that they don't have thoughts, and they get scared. They're like, what's going on? Like, this is weird. So they feel the energy is being grounded, and it's their own energy is getting shut down. So if this person's, and you have to keep in mind, the energy that God gives us will always override the energy of the devil. There's no competition. This is just a playground. It's just until Jesus comes back, until the Lord comes back, this is just a playground. And yeah, you're gonna see me moving around to different spots because when a boat pulls up here, which they've actually hit this thing before, I'm not gonna be standing here if they do pull up. But what happens, and sometimes it takes someone to get hit to get grounded. Just like I said, it takes someone to get hit. So usually people will get hit with the energy and it will put them on the ground. So same thing with, for example, black tourmaline. It hits entities so hard that they can't really recover. It hits your enemies who have these bad energies so hard that they really can't recover. They can't really stand after that. They can't really stand up from, they can't recover from that. So let's talk about red jasper again. This crystal's so grounding, it'll hit someone so hard with their own karma that they can't stand up. They can never recover after they get hit with their own karma. Let's talk about another grounding crystal. Is Mexican fire agate, is known as the crystal of safety because it makes you feel safe once it cancels out all your enemies. That has to be the messiest. Well, I'm not gonna say messy. It's the effects of when Mexican because it's doing the world a favor. These crystals are doing the world a favor through the Lord, through the Most High God, because He put these crystals here for people to catch up in the battle against darkness. So when people feel the Mexican fire agate just flat out hit them, it grounds them. So if you're around your family members and they're actually good people, and you're wearing Mexican fire agate, especially on the right side or as a necklace, because it's doing both yin and yang on the right and left when you're wearing it as a necklace, then people look around and they're just calmer because it's grounding energies, it's grounding entities. So people can't come around like that. You ever see someone walk up to you and walk away? It's because they hit a wall. They were grounded by an energy because that energy was holy, it was pure, it was good, it was positive, and your energies. And this is why a whole bunch of people do approach you in public, and a whole bunch of people, why they don't approach you in public, because they hit that wall. The root chakra has to do with grounding, fight or flight. You don't have to really do either, and you can really pay attention to your own energies when through the lore, the crystals are the shields. They're basically spiritual armor. They are spiritual armor. That's why when you wear a necklace from FloridaStoneman.com, you feel so protected. You are so protected. You see everything in your life change. Check out FloridaStoneman.com because look at those custom necklace reviews and how massive the life changes people have seen. Everything about their entire lives has changed very dramatically from getting a necklace from Florida Stoneman. What's the difference from getting a necklace from Florida Stoneman than anyone else? It's because I bless them very specifically through the Lord. I don't bless them because some of these people bless crystals actually using entities and energies, and that's why people have nightmares after they get a crystal from the crystal store. For example, if the owner is not good, then the crystals will contain some of the energies of the crystals that's trying to heal the owner. Back to grounding crystals. What's another grounding crystal? Cool. And that actually does happen, guys. What's I'm scrolling. I call it scrolling. So, let's talk about black obsidian. That's a really good suggestion. Black obsidian is a very powerful grounding crystal, but it grounds through shadows. It grounds through the nightmare realm, and people are like, yeah. But the thing is, it makes it so you face all your worst fears, so you're not even accidentally able to manifest anything that works against you. You won't manifest something by worrying about it, because it makes all your worries come to the surface. And all your worries is something you're going to see for about 3 weeks straight. And after that, you'll have the most abundance ever. When someone tries to try you, they walk into the energies of obsidian, and the obsidian grounds them. How cool. So once you master obsidian, because obsidian's an expert level crystal. If anyone tells you that obsidian's an easy crystal to use for everyone, that's a flat out lie. That's a lie. That's misinformation. Unless it's not real obsidian, then they're speaking for glass from Five Below. Now, when you get authentic obsidian, that's not glass, that's actually volcanic glass, real Mother Nature made obsidian, you feel so grounded, you feel so cool, because think about the energies of obsidian. This is volcano glass. Obsidian, basically, let's just say someone's confronting you because they fear you, and you've confronted your own fear, so you're not worried about that person. You trust so much in the Most High God that you don't even have, there's not even a single fear there. So when that person comes for you, when they come after you, they literally have to fight themselves. Let's talk about an aspect of obsidian and how it grounds people. This might seem a little bit out there, but once you master your own shadow work and you've grounded yourself so much to the point where you're not afraid of anything like that, fear the Lord. To know love is to know fear when it comes to God. Most importantly. So, random party boats over there, but the thing is, when it comes to obsidian, people will literally, you ever see the thing of, why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Same thing with obsidian is when people try to attack you, it basically makes their attacks go against them, so it can't even leave their aura. So they have to fight themselves, and they'll have their worst fears pop up, and they'll just leave. You don't see it very obviously in public, but they'll just leave. So when it comes to obsidian is very vicious at grounding your enemies. So it's not being mean to them, it's helping them, but those people had mean energies, so it's essentially cleaning them. So let's talk about another grounding crystal. Lava, of course. Same thing applies to lava, although lava grounds by running things over and making them new. So anyone who's in your way when you're using lava is bulldozed. Lava and tourmaline, they're bulldozed. They're flat out bulldozed. When I say bulldoze, watch a video of what lava does. What happens when people see lava coming down a hill? Are they trying to shovel the lava out of the way? Or are they evacuating? Same thing with your enemies. Lava will have your enemies evacuating. Your enemies will see lava. Oops. Your enemies will see lava. And they can't, there's no fighting lava. There's no fighting lava. There's no fighting anything about lava. As soon as the lava rolls down, you're moving. Get out of its way. Get out. It's grounding everything. And that's why when you have lava, all your fears, these just fears that shouldn't even be there, leave. You don't feel the fears anymore. It's just like, I feel calm. It's because your worst fears have been confronted. Same thing with obsidian. Obsidian and lava are very similar, but very different at the same time. Obsidian's more shadowy, lava is more fiery. Now, as they pull up and start playing music, but one thing you really have to understand are these grounding crystals will literally ground your enemies. So that's why when you're wearing crystals in public, people will just walk away. It's because they'll see you and they'll just walk, or they won't be able to talk. It's because they become grounded. They got grounded, okay? Now, a little bit more about grounding crystals. It's contributing to the earth. It's contributing to the world. When you have more grounded people, let's just say, this is why I say people need to come across you to get their karma. Let's just say you're wearing a crystal and they feel grounded, and they're grounded to the point where they got their karma from coming around you while you wear Mexican fire agate, even though they were just thinking about doing something to you, and that person's taken care of. Now, let's just say if they were to bump into someone else or mess with someone else, that person might not have the same protection that you had, and that person would have a very, very different day. So, in essence, wear grounding crystals because they ground you and they ground other people, and they keep really bad things and really bad people away. Any questions, you can ask them in the comment section as the boat pulls up. Good timing, very good timing. And check out FloridaStoneman.com if you have not already. You can get the best grounding crystals from FloridaStoneman.com. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.